Fixed Signs, 2nd of November 2020. Messages, Spirit, please. What do we need to know? Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. So, Taurus, that could be you not communicating, refusing to communicate, stubbornness or bad news arriving. Not good, is it? Problems with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn child, perhaps. Bad news about finances, career. Unconditional love though from a water sign female. The answer is no. So if somebody was expecting somebody to be pregnant, that's not happening. It could be a failed pregnancy. But right now, the answer is no. You just have to love unconditionally, but still be able to say no. Normally, that 9 plus hair 1 cup would make the 10, which is happiness on all levels. But for some reason, this isn't happening. At the bottom of the deck, we have a female doctor, priest or lawyer, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody cutting someone out of their life. And somebody is very depressed. Perhaps alcohol is involved and there is a union, a commitment, a marriage in this situation. So perhaps someone is depressed but staying within a marriage. They need to seek professional advice. Something's not quite right here. No major arcanas, so I'm not telling you anything you don't know, I believe. Advice. Don't take advice from people you wouldn't want to be. Very specific. But there is a marriage or a union or a commitment involved in this situation. The answer is no. So if somebody is expecting a proposal, that's not going to happen. And if somebody's expecting somebody to accept the proposal, that's probably not going to happen. This is a never-ending story, a mental prison of your own making. Number 37 means something does need to end here. Why are we perpetuating this over and over again? One wonders. Is it because of the children? There is love here, but with whom and for whom, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working out right now. Mercury retrograde, ocean, beauty and love. There is love here, I keep saying that, don't I? So what is the problem? Ocean. Not spelt like the ocean, it's actually spelt O-S-H-U-N. Ocean. So what do we know about Ocean? Well, she's hidden at the moment, so that's what we do know. There she is. So, this is happiness in love, sexual satisfaction, fulfillment and desires, a meeting of a soul partner, the resolution of opposites, marriage and happy endings, which is what I said. But this isn't a happy ending, by no means. Beautiful Ocean, the Queen of Love, brings you an end to running and hiding and seeking. She brings an end to the restless search for true love. She brings peace and satisfaction, trust and friendship, a safe harbour from life's storms. If you're looking for an end to a dispute or an end to a quest, take heart because it is near. So this never-ending story does seem to be coming to a close. Ocean brings you into harmony with yourself and with the universe. Ocean lulls wildness into calmness and smooths the savage beast in your heart and the hearts of others. In business matters, Ocean brings clarity and compassion and the rare gift of honesty. Ocean brings light to dark places in your life and turns your sorrows to joy. So it looks like you are going to get the right advice to follow your heart unconditionally after receiving some bad news. It's a time of deep depression within a marriage. So something is going to be resolved, but I think you need to get advice first. That is a very strange read, and I really do want to take another card. So I think it should be the chakra cards, because we need some proper advice here. So let's see an extra card for, oh, steady. Well, this is a mess, isn't it? So that's telling me that this is definitely a bit of a mess and you are a bag of nerves. So let's see what this extra card can do for you. Don't try and figure this out yourself. You need help and advice. It's definitely not as straightforward as you would like to think. One card, Spirit, please, to help us bring this together, because that is an absolute mess. Taurus, what the hell have you been doing? Yeah, inner instinct, gut instinct, third eye, listening to spirit. So, let's see if the words of wisdom. I will keep going with this one, only because it's such a very strange, chaotic reading. Instinct or inner wisdom that cannot be influenced by all the other events that are happening around us. We have the ability to understand the universe at a deeper level and listen to the messages. Well, we said about messages, didn't we? You aren't getting the messages, so perhaps you're not listening to your inner voice. She gives us as random thoughts or voices that have no place in this earthly plane. So listen to the random messages you're getting in your head. She talks to us constantly. However, like the children that we are, we often choose to ignore the chatter of our mother as we are busy playing grown-ups and have no need for parental interaction in our version of the game. So stop and think, what the hell are you doing? The universe is giving you a very clear message. In fact, these messages are so clear that it would be easy to believe that you're stuck in your own personal version of Groundhog Day. Yes, you are. Full circle. You definitely are. A never-ending story. Being stubborn and rebelling against change is not an endearing quality. It's hard work for everyone, and it's time for you to take a break and give in. Not every event needs to be a battle, and not every battle has to be won. Sometimes a truce is just the alternative way to win, whilst keeping your dignity. So you're going to have to give in on this one for now, I believe. Whatever this situation is, stop being stubborn. And even if you know you're in the right, which I'm not sure you are, you have to give in this time. Love yourself unconditionally, if nothing else. I really do think there's problems with children and finances. Maybe child support, stuff like that. But it can't be dealt with at the moment, probably because of the lockdown. So you need professional advice. Try and get that. But I would like to have gone on a lot longer with that read, because that's one of the interesting ones for me. That's has a lot more to tell us. There is love there, whether it's whether you can see it or not. Leo, over emotional, feeling drained. Water sign female, not listening to your inner instincts, not listening to your intuition. But there could also be alcohol involved in this. When the cups are reversed, it can be an alcoholic, somebody who drinks too much, over emotional about a situation, feeling tired and drained, which isn't like you. Your answer is no as well. And you and Taurus have had this ongoing situation for quite some time. Defeat. You feel defeated. The answer is no. So, this no card keeps coming up, doesn't it? Your wishes and dreams cannot come true. You have to concede to defeat. And that's probably why you're over emotional. 8 years of putting time and effort into something that really isn't paying off, is it? It may be career and finances, it may be communications, it may be burning the candle at both ends till late in the night, but something's just not, it's defeating you. And you work like that, that's probably why you're over emotional. Especially if you're wanting to get pregnant. Travel, you or someone else is travelling, which is probably means you're not here because we're all in lockdown. Someone is travelling towards or away from you. And a female will receive a written word that is, again, very over emotional. It is bringing someone to tears. So the communication is a negative one. And somebody has rejected something. There's a lot of emotional. Somebody's travelling away from you. Somebody's leaving, I believe. The traveller. And messages. So it's exactly the same as Taurus. And you have been connected to a Taurus for a very long time. Some of you may have Taurus in your chart. But again, the 15. So Spirit have given us this date now, aren't they? When we come out of retrograde, the 15th is going to be massively important, because then everything that's been stalled or stopped will begin to start moving forward again. So let's see. Very, very strange, these fixed signs reads. Perhaps a hidden message because it's in a bottle. It will have to travel some distance, I suggest. Look to see what the pelican is in the animal totems. Demeter. It's all about the mother energy. So, Demeter put the world into winter because her daughter was sent to hell to be the wife of Hades. And the daughter was Persephone, remember? So Demeter is a very special lady. She's got a lot going on. So you've got a lot coming out of this. I could read it all, but I won't because we haven't got time. But I will give you the story. Demeter is the ancient Greek goddess of grain and nature and cycles. She is a fertility goddess and presides over the natural cycle of death and rebirth. Her sacred animals are the mother bear and the pig. Her symbol is the ripe sheaf of wheat, from which bread is made to nourish the world. She symbolises the archetypal mother energy. So she is the mother. So according to legend, Demeter was with her beloved daughter Persephone in a meadow picking narcissus, when Hades, lord of the underworld, appeared from his kingdom where he ruled the dead, and stole beautiful Persephone away to be his bride. Hecate, goddess of magic and the walker between the worlds, heard Persephone's pitiful cries. She set off with her burning torch and, guided by its light, was able to find Persephone in the underworld. She hastened to tell Demeter of her daughter's abduction. Demeter's rage and grief knew no bounds. She turned from goddess of bounty and fertility into crone and caused the seasons to become perpetual winter. So we're going into winter now in this country. Whether you are in yours, I don't know. For an entire year, no crops grew, no sun shone, and the people suffered greatly, which this year we have, haven't we? 2020, you can't say nobody has really prospered. So humanity pleaded with Zeus, the king of the gods, to help, and Zeus allowed the grieving Demeter to have her daughter back, provided Persephone had not eaten while she was in the underworld, which is why the high priestess warned you about what you eat and what you take in as medication. However, Persephone had eaten part of a pomegranate, which is why the pomegranates are so important, because they're karma. So this number of months she could be with Demeter each year was determined by the number of seeds she had eaten. To celebrate her daughter's return, Demeter instructed mortals in the mysteries of descent to the underworld and return at her temple at Ulysses. When Demeter has her daughter, it is summer. When she returns to Hades, Demeter declares winter on the earth. So, in love, men are extremely attracted to the warm, motherly qualities, which is great as long as they're loved and respected by their own mothers, and therefore expect to have long and loving, respectful relationships with you as a lover or wife. You will be able to bask in the love of your man, who admires your sensuality and revels in the comfortable atmosphere you create around yourself. However, I know many wonderful Demeter women who attract men who have a deep, unresolved issue with their own mothers. At first, they love and respect their bountiful Demeter, and then they turn into jealous, bitter, and unfaithful little boys. There might be the cause. unconsciously playing out a drama with mother and breaking the Demeter woman's heart. So beware. Although Demeter, you may appear to be one or more conventional goddesses, in fact, you can often be found embracing lifestyles that is wonderfully archaic in nature. Your priority is creating family, whether you are married to the father or not. You are much more interested, consciously or unconsciously, in creating your family than having a stable partner. In ancient societies, a child was known by the mother's clan name on the basis that matrilineal descent is more easier to determine and more important. The mother knows who her child is, the father may not. So this may be a problem, that your child is not the child of the father you say it is, or think it is. The Demeter woman is quite capable of following in the ancient traditions and taking different fathers for her children. If you want to have a more stable relationship, however, you may have to pay attention to your sex life with your partner so he does not feel like a baby provider and leave you for an Aphrodite woman. So you'll know if that applies to you in any way. Demeter rules fertility, growth and change. And what did I say? This is the Empress and this is your year of change. Cling desperately to what they know. However, change is part of life and natural cycle of things. To resist is to stagnate. Demeter is fertility goddess and the card asks the question, what is trying to be born within you? It might be a new attitude or quality, a new direction, a change of job, or an actual physical path. Demeter is a nurturer and protector, and drawing this card means that you need to nurture and protect yourself, especially if you are facing changes in your life. If you draw this card when you are depressed, which you could well be, take heart, because this is a sign that your sorrow will pass in the natural way of things. So, yes, there's going to be problems, and I believe it's about children. There is, I really do believe, some connection between you and the Taurus, but you are going to be defeated. It's time to lick your wounds and retreat and wait for the message for your growth to take place. Abundance is there, but not in this situation, I don't believe. Scorpio, now then, you have got lack of self-worth, low self-esteem, feeling a bit down, not taking care of yourself. There may be problems with your head and face. Seems like there's no new beginnings. Your image of yourself is not good. You may be being stubborn and trying to control things too much. This is an Aries, possibly coming into your life or in your life already. This is possibly government officials, partners, bosses. It's those born on the 4th or the 31st. So I just suggest the 4th of this month may be very important for you. Yeah, it's time to see things from a different angle. Stop playing the martyr, stop playing the victim, get off the cross. Stop trying to do things all by yourself. And try asking for help. Just put boundaries in place and stop giving to others when nobody's giving to you. Ask for help, step back and let yourself receive for a change. The number 4 is mentioned again, so I can't ignore it. It's very, very important. Pisces energy. It's karmic situations, secrets and hidden enemies. Somebody's trying to juggle or doing too much by themselves because they're stubborn. So you need to see things from a different angle, step back and let others give to you for a change. Because somebody's getting away with something. You need a rest. So So I reckon the 4th is important. Yeah, loyalty is what it's about. People have to, it's got to be a two-way street. Others have to be loyal to you. There's no question of your loyalty. But there's some insanity going on here. Somebody's acting out of character and it's not good. There may be issues with the feet and toes. But Pisces energy is important. The 12th. Negative energy. Stop giving so much to others. Be prepared to receive. Yeah. You have a soulmate. The number 41 is important. Something to do with your soulmate. What is this about? Loyalty. That soulmate card does not make any sense in the rest of the read. These fixed signs reads are going very strangely. I'm going to pick another card because that doesn't fit with the read at all. Insanity, loyalty, trying to do something all by yourself. Where is this soulmate if that's the case? If you've got a soulmate, then why is this going on? This shouldn't happen if you've got a soulmate. You shouldn't be feeling like this. The truth needs to be told. The number 14. About what? Flexibility. Number 19. Fork in the road. I could keep going. Yeah, all that glitters is not gold. There's something here that you are waiting for your soulmate, or your soulmate is around, but they're just not with you. It seems like you're all alone and having to do everything by yourself. That's ridiculous. No soulmate would do that. There is a reason why you're feeling hung out to dry, abandoned and left. I do understand it for some, but surely it can't be for all of you. Yeah. Goddess of the Phantoms. I thought so. So this, I know this applies specifically to one Scorpio that I know, but I didn't realise that you was all going through the same sort of scenario. There is a passing. Someone's passed. This is about the ghosts, the phantoms, and the veil is still thin. I know we've gone past Halloween now, but the veil is still thin, and spirit, you've lost a soulmate. And now you're having to learn to do things alone. It's brought you down. This is psychological warfare. It is having to mentally prepare yourself for things. Fears, patterns of thought, self-defeating attitudes, yes. Ghosts, hauntings, tricks and deception, a lack of clarity and a war with oneself. You're overthinking things. You may have seen how a fighter can successfully psych out his opponent when going into battle. Correct mental attitude is all important. If you are at war with yourself, you leave a gap in your defences, which your enemy will spot and exploit. If you're fighting for something, you must commit yourself completely to your cause. If you have serious doubts, perhaps you need to redefine your goals. Sometimes the only way to get rid of yourself of fear is to face your opponent with courage. So face what you fear, even if you think it's insane, especially if it's spirit, and talk to them, because this is someone you love. This is a soulmate. So don't be afraid to speak to this spirit. They have a message that's very important for you. I'm going to have to stop the video for a minute. Sorry.